He didn't mean to ruin his sister's wedding, but one sentence at dinner changed everything. The man who posted this story said he never planned to tell anyone. Not his friends, not his co-workers, not even Reddit. But the guilt had been sitting in his chest for months, growing heavier every time he saw photos from his sister's wedding pop up online. Smiling faces, toasts, dancing, a perfect day, a day he quietly helped shatter. He turned to Reddit, GetItOffMyChest, with a simple confession. I didn't mean to ruin my sister's wedding, but I think I did. He was 31 years old, the younger sibling by 3 years. Growing up, his sister had always been the golden child, responsible, organized, the one their parents trusted with everything. She met her fiancé, Mark, about 4 years earlier. Mark was charming in a subtle way, polite, well-dressed, always saying the right thing at family gatherings. From the outside, they looked solid, but from the beginning, something about Mark never sat right with him. It wasn't anything obvious, no rude comments, no outbursts, just small moments. The way Mark corrected his sister mid-sentence, the way he laughed off her opinions, the way she'd glance at him before answering simple questions, like she was checking for approval. At first, he told himself he was imagining it, being overprotective, projecting. After all, his sister seemed happy. Or at least, she said she was. The first real crack appeared about a year before the wedding. The family was gathered for dinner, and his sister casually mentioned she'd turned down a job offer in another city. When their mother asked why, she hesitated. Then Mark answered for her. It just didn't make sense for us, he said, squeezing her hand. My career's here. The room went quiet for a beat. His sister smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. Later that night, the man pulled her aside and asked if she was okay. She brushed it off, said relationships were about compromise, said she was fine. He wanted to believe her. He really did. 3 months before the wedding, everything changed. They were alone together, running errands. Just siblings, like old times. Out of nowhere, she asked him a question that stopped him cold. Do you ever wonder if you're settling? She said, staring out the car window. He didn't answer right away. Then she laughed nervously and said she didn't know why she'd asked. But the damage was done. That question lingered, and it scared him. The wedding weekend arrived in a blur of activity. Family flew in. Decorations went up. Everyone kept saying how perfect everything was. The night before the ceremony, there was a small rehearsal dinner. Nothing fancy, just close family and the wedding party. Wine was flowing. Laughter echoed across the table. At one point, Mark stood up to give an impromptu toast. He talked about how lucky he was, about how his fiancée had changed her plans, her priorities, even her city, all for their future together. People clapped. The man felt his stomach drop. He glanced at his sister. She was smiling, but her hands were shaking. Later that night, after most people had left, the siblings found themselves alone on the patio. The air was cool, quiet. She looked exhausted. He asked her, gently, if she was sure. She didn't answer immediately. Then she said something he hadn't expected. I feel like I'm disappearing, she whispered. His heart started pounding. Before he could respond, she added, but it's too late now. That sentence haunted him, because deep down, he didn't believe it was. The next morning, just hours before the ceremony, the family gathered for breakfast. Tension was high. Emotions were everywhere. Mark was late. Someone joked about him being nervous. Without thinking, without planning, it slipped out. The man said quietly but clearly, she almost didn't want this. The table went silent. Every eye turned to him. His sister froze. What? Their mother asked. Mark walked in just in time to hear the aftermath. The room exploded into confusion. questions, voices overlapping. His sister stood up, tears in her eyes, and ran out. The ceremony was delayed, then postponed, then canceled. What followed felt unreal. Mark was furious, accused him of sabotage, of jealousy, of trying to control his sister. Their parents were devastated. Guests whispered, phones buzzed. His sister locked herself in a room for hours. When she finally emerged, she looked relieved, terrified, and calm all at once. She called off the wedding. No speeches, no aisle, no vows, just silence. When he posted the story, Reddit exploded. Some commenters were supportive. "You didn't ruin the wedding, you saved your sister from years of regret." Others weren't so kind. "That wasn't your place. Timing matters. You hijacked her choice." Some focused on Mark. Anyone who boasts about how much their partner sacrificed is a red flag. Others focused on consent. Even if she was unhappy, it was still her decision to make. The judgment was split almost perfectly down the middle, and that uncertainty mirrored his own. Months later, his sister moved out. She and Mark broke up quietly. No social media drama, no public statements, just distance. She started therapy, took that job offer she'd turned down, moved to a new city. Their relationship as siblings was strained at first. She needed space. He gave it. Eventually, she reached out. They met for coffee. She thanked him. But she also admitted she'd hated him for a while, because hearing the truth out loud forced her to act. And action is terrifying. The man ended his post with a simple line. "I don't know if I did the right thing. I just know I couldn't stay silent anymore." Reddit never reached a final verdict. And maybe that's the point. Some truths heal slowly. Some timing is always wrong. And sometimes, doing what feels right still comes with consequences. So the question Reddit couldn't agree on was simple. Did he save his sister or steal her choice? And honestly, the answer depends on who you ask. So, what do you think? Let me know. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, be sure to hit like and subscribe. And if you like hearing stories like this, then you're going to absolutely love Audible. Try it out for free today. Just click on the link in the description.